That hurt my feelings, man. It hurt my feelings because I fuck with both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Budden's parents, his grandparents are from Sumter, South Carolina. Joe Budden used to come down on my radio show in Columbia, South Carolina, go hang out, come to the crib, play plays, bowl. Consequence, I used to live right by him in Fort Lee, New Jersey, so he'd come to the crib. And they did exactly what I didn't want to see them do on reality TV, which is play themselves out. Fight, look crazy, over nothing. Ain't got no beef, there's no issue, okay. Joe Budden don't want to do a song with Consequence don't want to do a song with Joe Budden. Is that worth a issue? And I thought it was whack the way they did him at the other station by having Joe Budden come confront Consequence. You know, like that's weak, and that's something that they've done for years. I don't think it's a coincidence that Game and 50 end up at the same station at the same time, or you know, Kim and Foxy, and then issues happen. Like that's how problems happen when you invite people who have a beef to your building. And I just thought that it put Consequence in a bad space because Budden's approached him. And you know, who knows what was going through Consequence's mind. Maybe Budden's had some people with him. Consequence told me he had some guys with him, so he didn't want to just cause no problems in the building because he know how turned up it could have got. But then Consequence found the opportunity to catch him at the Love and Hip Hop taping, and he took it. I think the whole shit is whack. I think it's all whack. You know, they grown men. They all 30 plus years old, man. Fighting over nothing. Reality TV got you so souped up that y'all are actually going to blows and fighting in the street in front of your girls, looking crazy. Like, where's the music at? You know what I mean? Consequence, my man, but where the music? Consequence didn't put a song out. Well, he did drop the mixtape, but that was early on. But I need more music. Joe Budden's got an album out. Promote your album. Like, why am I hearing about y'all on the blogs more? Both of y'all got music in the streets, but both of y'all, I'm hearing more about y'all fighting than actually doing what y'all do, which is rap. And both of these guys can rap. Mm-hmm. I don't. That shit is corny to me, man.
I mean, it was on a Vlad TV interview that Consequence said I was the person that I consider putting hands on Joe Budden. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that once he said that sort of took things in a slightly different direction between those two.
That's that being in front of the camera. That's when the cameras come on. When the cameras come on and you're doing an interview with a website and you know people gonna see it, you're thinking about those YouTube comments and those hits that it's gonna get instead of just keeping it 100. Like, you should have just said, why does Consequence want to put hands on Joe Budden? For what? What did Joe Budden say so bad and so terrible about you that you feel like you got
Rocky Thunder thing?
I don't even remember that. I don't even know what that was about.
Well, Rocky Thunder said, in our interview, and I guess in a conversation with Consequence, that, during that whole altercation on the first episode, that Joe had grabbed her by the neck and gave her whiplash and blah, blah, blah. And then, she came to Consequence for that. He's like, word, well, if I got to put hands on Joe over that, then I'm going to do it.
That doesn't even sound right, because Consequence was dragging Rocky Thunder on the Breakfast Club, calling her
afterwards.
Man, if that was gender independent, I can understand Consequence going full throttle. That's his girl. But for Rocky, God bless Rocky. That's my homie too, but fuck it. That shit ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay out of that. You know what I'm saying? If you was to choke Tahiri, Joe would go crazy if you choked Tahiri. So, I don't know. I just think the whole shit is whack, man. I think that shit is whack, and that's that reality TV gas. That reality TV gas will have you doing things that you would not normally do. I think that reality TV changes a lot of people for the worse.
Yeah, I feel you. So I've never done a reality TV show.
I mean, you shouldn't do nothing that takes you out of character.
Yeah.
Like, I do Lala's show, but Lala's my homie. Like, I'm not doing nothing on Lala's show that we don't do. Mm-hmm. We eat, we go to parties. That's it. We sit around and talk. Like, that's real shit. Sit around, talk and drink. Like, that's real shit. Like, I'm not going to go skydiving on Lala's show, because I don't fucking go skydiving in real life. And then when the parachute don't open and I fucking die, I did it all for a reality show. Fuck out of here.
What do you think about Consequence beefing with Kanye? And then, like, for example, like when they were on your show on Power 105, Jen let it known that I guess Kanye was cheating with Kim while she was still with Chris Humphries and all that type of thing. I
mean, you look at the situation, it's like that's to me. Jen shouldn't even have known that kind of stuff. Like, that should have been stuff that was between Kanye and Quince, because that's his man. So, I mean, I guess, some pillow talking went down or whatever. And I kind of felt like, even though Jen was being real, Quince should have stopped her a little bit, like, yo, chill out. that ain't your business to air out. You know what I mean? But I'm all for people being honest, but like I said, it goes back to what I said earlier. If that's your man, if y'all was ever really, really cool at one point, you should never throw somebody under the bus. You should never throw your man under the bus. It should never get to that point. Because once it gets to that point and public shit is being said, it's really no turning back. It's hard, it'll be super hard for me to ever be cool with you ever again because you aired me out in a public forum. How am I to know that the next time you don't get upset for whatever reason, you won't do it again? That's why you gotta respect relationships, man. You gotta respect the way a Yayo moves with a 50. Yayo ain't never threw 50 under the bus. You know, you gotta respect the way a Bleak moves with a J. Bleak ain't never threw J under the bus. Another good example, Ace Hood. I remember we had Ace Hood on the Breakfast Club when Hustle Hard came out. Ace Hood already had put out 2 albums through Def Jam. Neither one of the albums did that well. He said he had got evicted out of his apartment. He was broke. He said he went to Khaled and he told Khaled, man, I need some money. So Khaled looked him dead in the eye and said, no, you need a hit record. Ace Hood didn't go on the radio and say, fuck Khaled ain't feeding me, I ain't eating. He didn't say it on a mixtape, he didn't get on that web flag. He went in the studio and he came out with Hustle Hard. That's what friends do. A friend should motivate you. That's real. Because it's the old saying, if you give a man fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for life. Khaled basically taught him how to fish. Nigga, you need a hit record. Get in that studio and go make a hit record. And you see Ace Hood's prospered ever since. But I respect Ace Hood for that, and I told him, because most artists would have jumped out there, fuck Khaled, I ain't eating, yada, yada, yada. He kept it G. And I respect that. Even with Bleak been riding with Jay for years. And Jay is the reason that Bleak didn't prosper the way he should have. And I'm gonna explain why. I always say don't myth Bleak the situation. What I mean by myth Bleak the situation, always under-promise and over-deliver. Jay over-promised. Because Jay-Z told us that Memphis Bleak was gonna be the new, improved Jay-Z. So we was sitting back waiting. That shit never happened.
Yeah, popcorn and everything, yeah.
Everything, like, whoa, that's saying a lot. The new improved Jay-Z, this motherfucker must be good. Oh, shit. I can't wait to see this shit. But it never happened. But he wasn't bad. He just wasn't the new improved Jay-Z. So it always looked like, whatever. People would say he's whack. But he wasn't whack. He just wasn't what Jay-Z said he was. That's why I always say don't myth Bleak the situation, yo.
I mean, we haven't seen a Memphis Bleak feature on a Jay-Z album in a good decade.
It don't matter, but you see Bleak with Jay. You see Bleak as his hype man. Like Jay said, yo, Bleak can be one hit away his whole career. As long as I'm alive, he's a millionaire. And even when I'm gone, he can chill somewhere. He'll be in my will somewhere, kick back, sit back, kick up his feet and chill somewhere, whatever. Like, Bleak good. And he ain't complaining. But he could have been the nigga to complain too.
Right.
Yo, Jay didn't do this for me, Jay didn't do that for me. He put these other artists before me.
He could have been Jazzo.
He could have been Jazzo. Perfect example. He could have been Jazzo. But he chose to play his position. And you know what? That's cool. Everybody can't be the chief. Yo, listen, 50 Cent said some real shit one time too. He said, I'm a general when I'm with G Unit. I'm a soldier when I'm with Eminem and Dr. Dre. That's how you gotta be sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta know how to be a soldier. And Bleak knows how to be a soldier, but I'm sure he got his little crew that he the general with. So that's why I say you gotta respect guys that have that kind of loyalty. I don't think that gets applauded enough. Because we've seen so many situations where artists shit on the CEOs or shit on the people that put them in the game. So you gotta applaud the guys that hold it down.
You make that fake ass movie and made a fake ass edit and lied about everything that took part, you know what I mean? But you did it to assassinate me.
And believe me, he been getting his worth out of that female. And I heard something about it that in the pre-agreement or nothing that he said he want his titties and that booty back if it go down. He owned that.